And here come the mages. And here we're actually having to use our high evasion characters as tanks, rather than high defense characters, who would be pretty useless against this many magic users. That's not how you use Elwind. This is how you use Elwind. Okay, he got strength. Again, not quite as weird as Ninian gaining strength once in Fire Emblem 7, which did happen for me. That was pretty funny. Anyway, most of Levin's best stats are maxed out anyway. Really, the only things he can keep gaining is skill and luck. I hope we get to that village. Again, the Pegasus Knights are coming, but we shouldn't really worry about them for the moment. We'll deal with them in due time. That's when we're going to need to use all our bow users. Okay, they'll probably be arriving next turn. So, right, now it's time to smash some mages. And I think it'll be better if Midale gets the boss. From now on, if Ira gets first strike at an enemy, they die. That's how things work with her. Hello, Mr. now defenseless Silent Staff Bishop. Let's try out this new hero bow. Please don't fail, Midale. Ah, he didn't fail for once. I would have liked a bit more experience, but that's fine. Oh, almost. Of course, Luna doesn't do much against mages. It does if you're using a Thunder Sword, though. Because, like I might have said before, if Luna activates when you have a Thunder Sword and you're attacking from range, it negates the enemy's resistance rather than defense. Can be useful sometimes. Now, unlike Levin gaining strength, Fury gaining magic isn't actually all that bad. Because when she promotes, she actually gets the ability to use staves. Kind of odd. I don't think Pegasus Knights in any other game, except for Path of Radiance's Elincia, can use staves. Right, here's a tip. When you don't need the Ichival to kill something, don't use it. Although, if you think you're likely to be attacked by a large number of enemies during the enemy phase, then by all means use the Ichival, because the extra speed will help you. Again, Beowulf really likes activating that continue skill. Oh, come on, love a critical bonus. No. Ah, I thought that would be a one-hit kill. Damn you, ridiculously heavy weapons. I don't think Levin needs any more experience. Yeah, judging by that, Sigurd does get killed in 3 hits by mages. He is starting to have some very good stats, though. In fact, his strength is already maxed out. And his skill, too. And this isn't... well, there actually aren't any stat-boosting items in this game, so this is just all his growth rates alone, really. Except, of course, I did get him +1 defense from a village. Yeah, now Lex will probably be good to have against those Pegasus Knights, but they'll probably use their swords against him. Yes, they do have lances and swords, and they will most likely use their swords against axe users. And by axe users, basically... in fact, now that I think about it, in the first generation, axe users pretty much refers purely to Lex. Actually, something... well, it's not all that useful to mention now, but I guess I should. It's actually not possible for Lex to pass on any of his axes, because none of the children in the second generation can actually use them. So, yeah, no one can inherit axes. That goes for light magic too. There actually isn't any children who can inherit that either. So, Deirdre's aura spell is pretty useless. It'll just rot in the pawn shop, really. Wanting to keep them together. And no more mages. Which is very good. Now we'll have to worry about enemies with very high movement that can fly around and attack your vulnerable characters. Good thing Edain's promoted now. Unfortunately, they do pose a pretty big threat to Dew, who I'm just keeping here solely for the reason of getting him up to the next castle where he is needed and pairing him. And the next part, we're going to fight some Pegasus Knights.